Hello, amazing people. I greet you wherever you are hearing the sound of my voice from at this time. I'm really hoping that you guys are doing very well, okay? And they still on the Ooni Of Ife'S stories coming out at this time. And this story that is coming out now, if it is true, is the one that will really interest every one of you because of the characters that are involved in this story, okay? So I have titled this story this way. Royal Fury, Olori Mariam and Laide Badmus clash over gifted Land Cruiser, bringing shame allegedly to the palace. Okay, so what happened at the palace? That is, if this rumor is true, is nothing more than a royal embarrassment as tempers flare in the palace, as is being reported right now. According to this developing story, the serene atmosphere of the prestigious Ilefe Palace, was recently shattered by an unexpected scandal, reportedly involving Olori Mariam. Of course, you know Olori Mariam very well, Ooni Of Ife'S wife, and the Laide Badmus that you guys know very well. Laide Badmus is a very close business associate of our dear KBC, if a long-standing business associate, according to the report we've always had about her. Okay, so the pair, okay, known for their very, very frosty relationship, took their animosity, according to the report, to an unprecedented level. When a 2022 Toyota Land Cruiser, allegedly gifted to Lady Badmus by Ooni Of Ife, became the catalyst for a disgraceful physical altercation. Omo, now wow. So these two people doesn't mean they will never reconcile for once, because their frosty relationship has always been there, over the years. And for those of you who know the trajectory and this underlying story between these two people, I'm sure you guys will not be surprised that we are giving this sort of story, about the two of them at this time. Okay. But for those of you, who have been following Ooni Of Ife stories, for a very long time, you might not be surprised, knowing the antecedent of these two characters, like I've said before. Okay. Recall that Ooni Of Ife recently held that end of year appreciation gala night, wherein he honored most of his loyal staffs, during the ceremony. I mean, he lauded their unwavering dedication and presented them with various gifts. I think a car was also given to one of the staff at that time, a bike, and so many other beautiful gifts here and there. And during that event, a lot of the staffs were extremely very happy. They were very, very appreciative of the gesture of Ooni Of Ife. Okay. But however, the story is being said that Laide Badmus, who has long been credited as a vital figure in the palace business dealings, was notably absent. I think during that event, if my memory serves me right, I didn't hear anything about Laide Badmus being in that gathering. Okay, so and that is exactly what this report is talking about. She wasn't there. Okay, so reports suggest that she later confronted Ooni Of Ife privately, expressing her discontent, over being excluded from the festivities, giving her contributions to the palace success. Don't forget, I've told you before that Queen Ooni Of Ife and Lady Badmus, have been two business partners who have known themselves for quite a long time. And if there's anything that has to do with appreciation, you will have expected that the likes of Laide Badmus, who is known to have brokered a lot of multi-million naira businesses to the palace, ought to be there, But she wasn't there, And they said she confronted Ooni Of Ife privately, So, in an apparent gesture of reconciliation, okay, the Ooni Of Ife was reported to have gifted Laide Badmus a brand new Toyota Land Cruiser. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Kudos to the Ooni Of Ife. That's a big one. That's a big one. So, this magnanimous act was intended as a token of appreciation for her instrumental role in securing lucrative contracts and business deals for the palace. Yes, you heard me well. Okay, so but however, it appears this gift only deepened the existing rift between Lady Badmus and Olori Mariam, according to this story. And that was how a long-standing feud, was innocently reignited between both of them. And tension between Olori Mariam and Laide Badmus date back to the early days of Miriam's relationship with the Ooni of Ife. Okay, and Laide Badmus was the one who initially introduced Miriam to the Ooni of Ife, according to what the story have always been. However, their friendship soared, when the monarch, began courting Miriam and eventually made her his queen, leaving Lady Badmus feeling frustrated and feeling betrayed. Okay, so since then, their interactions have been marked by hostility, with neither woman willing to back down. I don't want to back down for this kind of thing. And I don't even just want to go into the details, but for those of you who know the full details, the betrayal, according to the reports we are having, is so big that I doubt if Lady Badmus, if the reports we are hearing about the whole thing is true, I doubt if she will ever, back down from their hostility, and I doubt if she will ever forgive Olori Mariam, okay? So when Laide drove the Land Cruiser to the palace to express her gratitude to the Ooni of Ife, the sight of the luxurious vehicle reportedly enraged Olori Mariam. And witnesses claim that the queen confronted Lady Badmus in the palace, accusing her of overstepping her boundaries and attempting to undermine her position as Ooni of Ife's first wife. That be smart, first wife matter. So the confrontation quickly escalated into a heated argument, that turned physical. And according to this report we are hearing, they said Olori Miriam's anger stems from the fact that not too long ago, if my memory serves me right, I don't know if it's last week or a few days ago, I'm not too sure, but not too long ago, she had her own birthday. And they said she's infuriated because when she had her own birthday, that the Ooni of Ife did not give her a gift, of that magnitude, only for him to be gifting Badmus this very expensive 2022 Land Cruiser. Okay, so in a scene that defied royal decorum, okay, the two women began tugging at each other's wigs, hurling insults and causing a commotion that drew the attention of palace staff and onlookers. And at one point, Olori Mariam allegedly attempted to smash the windscreen of the Land Cruiser with a blunt object, further escalating the spectacle. It was indeed a spectacle, according to the report. And don't forget that the last time we had something like this was at, I think, Ujaja Mall, when both of them, their paths crossed. And we had something close to this at that time. So whenever they meet, their paths meet, is always something close to this. It's always a spectacle. So I'm not surprised that we're having yet another spectacle, but this time, shamefully at the palace, according to this report. So the disgraceful fight not only left both women disheveled, but also cast shadow over the palace reputation. Despite efforts by palace aides to intervene and restore order, the tension between the two remains unresolved, with neither party willing to offer an olive branch. Okay? So the incident has left many questioning how the Ooni of Ife will handle the fallout. As the monarch of Nigeria's most revered kingdom, the Ooni of Ife is expected to maintain peace and uphold the dignity of the palace. So Olori Mariam's actions, particularly her aggression, have drawn widespread criticism, with some calling for disciplinary measures to prevent future occurrences. Possible repercussions for Queen Naomi could range from public apology to a temporary suspension from palace activities or more. The Oni may also consider counseling or mediation sessions to address the underlying tension between the two women. This one will work with counseling for yeah. But additionally, palace, insiders, have suggested that stricter protocols may be introduced to ensure such embarrassing incidents do not occur ever again in the palace. So this bizarre altercation, has become the talk of the town, even as we do this report, serving as a stark reminder of the importance of self-restraint and decorum in positions of power. As the dust settles, the onus is on the Ooni of Ife to restore harmony within his household and reaffirm the values of respect and unity that the palace symbolizes. So whether Olori Mariam and Laide Badmus fully reconcile, remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, I tell you, the incident has left an indelible mark, on the royal court, that is the walls of the palace of Ooni of Ife. So this is the story that came out at this time. And like I said, a lot of you already know, the frosty relationship between these two women. And the fact that it has happened again, just shows that this will not possibly be the last time. And I really doubt if these two people will ever make peace, for obvious reasons. Okay, so and I'm actually really waiting to see the sort of punishment, or the kind of repercussion that Olori Miriam's aggression will attract from the palace of Ooni of Ife. Time will tell, and I'm sure when that happens, yours sincerely will bring the story to your doorstep. So, those of you who have listened to this story, what do you think? Please feel free to go to the comment section and leave your remark there. I'm going to meet you right there. But just before I go, don't forget, like I always say, this story that I've just given you is within the realm of speculation, the realm of rumor, and should not be taken as a fact. So I'm going to be back soon. God bless you. Bye bye.